Hi, I'm Callum from Tyne Valley Motorhomes, and here we are with this auto trailer expedition range. So coming down the driver's side of the vehicle, first thing in the car there is a gas indicator, as it's got an underslung gas tank, so this will tell you how full your gas is. And then you've got your two fridge vents, and they both have got the covers on at present. And then behind here is your toilet. As long as the blade on the bottom bowl of the toilet is closed, you'll be able to lift the blue handle and slide the cassette out. Take the cover off, so it exposes it like this, and then go to your waste disposal point and just press the button. Empty. Once you've emptied, you'll be able to put some water in, give it a shake, give it a rinse, and then you can then fill the cap, which is your measuring stick, with chemical. Pop it into here, put the cap back on, and slide it back into the vehicle. Coming further down, you've got your two drain down points. So you've got your blue, which is fresh water, and you've got your grey, which is wastewater. So you drive over a grid and say you've taken on any contaminated water with your fresh, you can drop it, and say if your waste is full, you can drop that as well. So anything that goes down the plug hole goes to your waste. Drive over a grid and simply open. In the winter, it's very important that you leave these completely open so no water freezes. And then on the back, you've got your mains connectivity point. So get your hookup cable, slide the collar and hook up, and then to unhook there's a small lever here. Always hook the vehicle up first and then the side. Now on the back of the vehicle, to open the rear doors, we've got two buttons here which hold the doors back to 90 degrees. So if it's a nice day and you want the doors open, you can do. And then underneath here you've got storage and a hookup lead. And then on this side you've got exactly the same storage just in here, so you can get your various items in there. Then if we walk onto the passenger side of the vehicle, all the expedition range is fitted with a underslung gas tank, which is 25 litres. So this is your gas flow system, and you go to your local LPG centre, get the bayonet fitting gun onto there, tighten the front of the nozzle, and then pull the trigger and it will fill until simply it won't fill no more. And then next to it you've got your fresh water intake, so you can lock this with the key, so it is a lockable cap, and you put a hose pipe in there and fill it until it overflows, or fill it until you're happy there's enough water on board. And then down here at the passenger door you do have your diesel filler, which opens with the third key. So it's a lockable flap, and because it's a Euro 6 compliant engine, it's got AdBlue. So it's an AdBlue solution. It'll come up between the temperature and the fuel gauge, and you normally get between 5,000 and 6,000 miles before it needs AdBlue. 20 litre tank, and you can fill from almost any petrol station, or you can buy it in the drums and fill it up yourself. Inside the door you do have your tyre pressure, so 5.5 bar all round, which is 79.5 psi. And then underneath the floor is where your main engine battery lives, so it does have to come out through the floor. And then the passenger dashboard is where the bonnet release is. Also underneath the seat is your toolkit, so it's got a jack and a brace, a towing eye, so everything you need to be towed away or change your spare wheel. Now if we just have a quick look underneath the bonnet, I'll point out the various points that you need to know. So first of all, you've got your weight plate, so it's 3.5 tonne gross vehicle weight, and then it can be, if you put a trailer on, it can be up to a train weight of 6 tonne. You've got your paint code here for the Nero Black, and you do have your oil filler and dipstick, your brake fluid, your power steering fluid, your radiator fluid, which this lifts off to fill those two, and then in the corner you do have your screen wash. And if you ever need to jump start it, you'd put your earth on here, and then you'd put your key into here and just lift this flap up, and you pause it onto there, and that's how you jump start the vehicle. In your kitchen area you've got a folding tap there, and then you do have two gas burners, so allow them to cool before you put the lids down. And then you've got your mini grill, So it's a grill and an oven, so you can just turn on and then you just spark like so, and then if you wanted the grill you'd turn down the grill and ignite. In here you do have your cutlery, got storage in there, storage underneath. This is where your water pump lives, in the bottom at the back. And then in this cupboard, this is very important, this is your, so you do have your isolation for your boiler on 240 volt, which you then control from the panel above the door. And then you've got your various gas taps for your gas appliance, and you've got your winter drain down tap. So once it's front to back of the vehicle, it's holding water, turn it across the vehicle and it'll drain the water off underneath the chassis as it holds 10 litres of water. And in the winter you do not want this to freeze, as it isn't covered under warranty and it can break the boiler. So always drain it off along with your taps outside, and leave all your taps inside the vehicle open. To operate your fridge, you've got 3 sources. So you've got off at the top, you've got the hookup, which is electric hookup, mains 240 power. You've got the battery, which works off a feed when the engine is running, which is designed to keep the temperature of the fridge the same. So it's basically like your cool box. You'd chill it on gas or electric first, put your shopping in, chill it all down, and then put on a battery when you're driving. Or you can turn down to gas when you're wild camping. Press your temperature in, this is your temperature, so you press that and the spark igniter, and then once the orange band goes into green, it is lit. In here you've got your small freezer box, and once you've finished using the fridge for the season, if you take the shopping out of there, clean it out, and then if you just press this in, slide the 2 toggles out, it'll stop the fridge door from shutting on itself, allowing ventilation in and out the fridge and freezer. So now in your washroom area, to operate your toilet, what you need to do is flush it first with the blue button on the back. Once you've flushed it, if you open the cassette, so the blade, use the toilet with the blade open, then flush after use and close, so slide to the left. It must be closed to get the cassette out from the other side of the vehicle, otherwise it simply just won't come out. And then on the back in the corner it's green. Once it goes red down here, it indicates that the cassette is full. You've got a fold down sink, which then once you've used it, if you slowly tip it back, as it then runs into this channel in here for the water and then drains down, and if you put too much it will just overflow as it's not that deep. And then you do have your toiletry cabinet and a full shower screen to come round. And when winterising, if you take your shower head off and allow your shower hose to lie in your shower tray, as you can see it's got quite a loop in there, any water can freeze in there, and leave all your mixer taps open. And to make the bed up, simply lift, slide in the middle, lift and slide, and then you use the backrest into the middle there, and that backrest into the middle. Squeeze them in there. You turn your base cushions upside down as well, and then there you have a flat sleeping surface in a large double bed. So now underneath your bench seat on your driver's side of the vehicle at the back, you've got your leisure battery with your main fuse, and then down here you've got your EC1776 consumer unit. So you've got your system shutdown button, which is the black button at the top, which stops any isolating power. You've got your heater and charger and 240 volt. You've got your RCD main trip tester and your MCBs, and then you do have all your 12 volt fuses which are listed. So it would be a good idea to carry some spares, just in case one does blow, you can replenish the fuse. And then also you do have a full length locker for storage on the passenger side as well. And then now in the cab of the Expedition, you have the handbrake to the right, your electric windows, sorry, your mirrors you've got to manually move, your blinds you slide up, And then what you need to do is locate this into the groove, and you can then slide it down. And then the one on the windscreen just slides up like so. You've got the same kind of blind on the passenger side as well. And then just to the right of the driver, you do have your headlight adjustments and rear fogs, trips on the end of the wiper stalk, which goes through the middle screen, tells you your range, your instant consumption, your average consumption, your travelling times, A and B. Lights and indicators, cruise control off and speed limiter, and then you'd set by pushing up, and if you have to brake you would then resume. 6-speed manual gearbox with lift the collar into reverse. ASR off's just another word for turning the traction control off. Right, and then this locks the doors with there being a van conversion. You then have a 12 volt for charging and a 12 volt for cigarette lighter. Glove box in here and glove box on there, which is heated and cooled by the air conditioning. So you'd go for temperature on the outside ring, fan speed must be on at least one or more for the aircon to work, distribution and circulation. They don't come as standard fitted with a head unit, but all of ours that we sell, we do put a head unit in them. So it'll be a single DIN DAB head unit. And then to turn the seats, little lever here, slide it slightly forward if it gets caught on the door, and then you'll be able to turn it round into the rear.